you actually are building a relationship with God, then it also means God has a right to make demands on you and expect you can do them. Do you see that? Things you will not naturally do in the course of a transactional relationship. So if God, for example, gives you a job, you pay tithe, that's simply transaction. God does something for you, you give offering, you thank God, you roll on forward. That can be part of a transactional transaction. But when you have a relationship with God, God can make demands on you, not because of something He has done for you, even though He has done everything for us. And in Him we live, in Him we move, in Him we have a being. There's nothing we can do without Him. But He has rights to make demands on you that even in your eyes may exceed everything God has done. Obviously, there's nothing that God can ask from us that exceeds everything He has done because He gave us His life. But when you are in a relationship with somebody, you see, a relationship, like I say, binds you to another person. And that's why you choose your friends carefully. Because if you are friends with there are some people, example, if you had £1 million, you are friends to someone who in their account has never had more than £1,000, not from mismanagement, maybe that's their station in life. The person can ask you for something you can give them that they could never give you. Am I right? So you don't give them, obviously you might say, you pay me back, but it's not that one day you think that you will be in the same issue and they'll be able to do that for you. But the friendship, the relationship has bonded you together and has bound you to them. Are we together? Now, in the same way, God's got a right to ask you for things. This is how you build memorials before Him. To do things for Him that, not because of what He has done for you, not because God did A for you, and in response to it, God said, okay, give me X part of A. God has a right to demand things for you before He's done anything for you. That's how a relationship works. Are we together? Now, building a memorial before God, there's things I want to list, but I think it's good for us to have this foundation. You remember the story of Peter. Jesus had called Peter to be His disciple before this time, but Peter is still part-time disciple, part-time fisherman. And then Jesus proceeds to the mount to deliver a sermon, and Peter coincidentally or incidentally was there. Now, Peter's experience had not been good. He had just toiled all the night and caught nothing, right? I mean, you got to be pretty bad to catch nothing, right? You toiled all the night. You went to the sea. If you went to a pond and they told you there are some fishes in this pond and you can catch fishes there. If you went to a pond and you toiled all night and you didn't catch one fish, you ought to feel bad. You must be a very poor fisherman. But if you went to the sea and all the night, not just you had some other companions, you caught nothing, your day is not going to be good, isn't it? And Jesus at that point asked Peter and said, "Trust me out a little into the sea." Peter had several reasons he could have given Jesus for not doing that, for not wanting to do that. And he could have politely declined that and said, "You know what, I'm sorry, I can't do this now. I'm so frustrated, I'm not in my right." In fact, if you ask me to trust you out in the water now, the way I'm feeling, I might just end up, might just capsize. So it's better you ask somebody else. I'm not emotionally stable at this moment. I know these are some of the reasons people don't do things, but don't develop their relationship with God. Let me say, these are the reasons why relationship with God don't progress. You see, anytime a demand is made on a party in a relationship and the other party withdraws, even though they can do that, then that relationship has to be redefined all of a sudden, right? If you thought somebody was your friend and in good faith, in good faith, not because you have been unfaithful, in good faith you asked for something and the person did not do that for you, even though the person saw you really needed this thing, then you begin to question the relationship. It's the same with God. So the relationship got to be redefined. And so Jesus asked Peter, "Do this for me." So Peter did that for Jesus. Now, like I said, relationship make you bonded to somebody and makes the person able to request things or demand things from you that you normally would not have done for them. In fact, that's where we get the idea of sacrifice from. What's sacrifice? Sacrifice in its most basic sense is doing something for somebody when you could have been doing something else for yourself. It can be as simple as, I spare you 5 minutes of my time, even though these 5 minutes I wanted to be eating now. That does not look much like a sacrifice, but it's the same idea. It's the same idea. And tomorrow it could be that I gave my life for you, even though I want to live this life. So it's from that idea of relationship that sacrifice ensues from. And so Peter thrust that boat into the sea for Jesus. Now, Jesus didn't tell Peter, "If you do this for me, I will do this for you." That will be transactional. Jesus simply made a request and said, "Trust me out to the sea." There were other boats Jesus could have asked And maybe they would have been more inclined to help, or they would have been in a better condition to help. But Jesus asked this person, and that person obeyed. And it was after that Jesus said, now, cast your net into the sea for a catch, isn't it? A catch of fish. But before then, Peter had obeyed God. Peter had hearkened the voice of the master. Peter had done that. Obviously, for Peter at that time was a sacrifice. So if he caught nothing this night, he's definitely going to have to be on the seas again the next night. He didn't catch anything. That's his livelihood. So he's got nothing to sell, nothing to take home. If they had spears from what he sold or from what he caught the other time, since they didn't catch any this night, he's not going to be sleeping this night. So if he stayed all night, and night's daytime, it's daytime obviously, and that's why Jesus is teaching. If he has stayed all night, caught nothing, and now it's daytime, he needs to go rest so that he can be back again in the evening. And Jesus made a demand on him. And so when we talk of building a memorial before God, it's part of your relationship with God. And the question you need to ask yourself today, do you have a relationship with God?